Happy Monday morning. My name is Mary Ann Snavely, and I passionately want to help women. And right now, I feel kind of helpless myself, and that was more why I wanted to do this message. I have lived with the condition of pelvic floor dysfunction since I was in my early 20s. Mine started with endometriosis, and a doctor did a surgery on me very young to help me get pregnant, which he did, and God bless him, and I love him for it. And at the time, he also said, hey, while I'm in there, I can help you not have any period cramps. So he cauterized my sacral ligaments. Well, that kind of began the beginning of living with pain, discomfort, and which eventually, getting pregnant, I believe was the early stages of my pelvic organ prolapse. I also have scoliosis. I was born with it. That was another factor that I didn't know at the time might put me at risk. And then later in life, going through menopause and just the typical exercise. I was very involved in high impact exercise, all the things that can put you at risk to have your organs prolapse. And I'm no different than any other woman that's out there that's got their stories and many, many, many stories. But I had other things that happened to me. I had a broken neck. I had a torn rotator cuff. I had dermoids that would grow in my ovaries, and they would have to go in and remove them. And because they didn't completely get removed, they would grow back again. And just all these things that have affected my life just kept putting me in a direction of how do I get myself better? How do I get myself better? Because what was happening for me is I was having surgery after surgery after surgery and treatment after treatment after treatment, but nobody was actually looking at me and saying, why do all these things keep happening to you, Mary Ann? I used to be told all the time and at the gym or in my family is, how could you be the healthiest, most unhealthy person I know? And they used to joke about it. And the thing it wasn't a joke to me. So when I speak, I feel like for so many other women that have the frustration of they want to get better, they want high quality of life. They don't want to live in pain, and they don't want to have urinary issues, and they don't want to have bowel issues, and they don't want to have all these things that are happening to them that they feel is completely out of their control. So last week, the FDA put out a message to the public about some of the treatments that they're doing that are heat treatments and laser treatments that are actually helping women that can restore and rejuvenate tissue. And it was one of the treatments I opted to do. And the first one I did about three and a half years ago. And the first one I did was the heat treatment. And I will tell you, it was life-changing. When you've been through menopause and you've been through what we call pelvic organ prolapse surgeries, your tissue changes. You go through vaginal dryness like nobody's business. I started having chronic UTIs, in which called vaginitis. And anybody that's lived through vaginitis, it is painful, it's disgusting, it's horrible. You do not have sexual intercourse with your husband. And I wanted quality of life back. I had a husband that was new. I love him dearly. He is my angel. And I felt like our quality of just our sexual part of our life was being lost. And so these treatments regained that for me. And especially at this critical time in my life when I've married this new man, he's wonderful. And then I hear last week, they're saying, well, because of scientific evidence, we don't have any proof that these treatments work. Let me tell you something. I say this every day. I work with clients and I try to help them to get help. And I teach them and I educate them on pelvic floor dysfunction. And one of the things I say to them all the time is it working for you? This works for so many people. And for right now, I feel threatened that when my treatments wear off, where am I going to go next? Because when you've lived off of Cipro and had to go on Cipro as many times as I have in my life for the issues that occurred, because when I had a hysterectomy, the doctor sutured my urethra. I'm going to say that again. He sutured my urethra. It was that way for 3 years with everybody telling me there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to live in pain. These are not messages women want to hear. Women want hope. They want answers, and they want to know, what can I do for myself? What can I learn? How can I empower myself to every day do something different that helps my own body? So my message today is to all women, please do your research. Don't listen to everything you read. I know the FDA has to do their job. I'm not dissing the FDA for doing their job. What I am upset about is that please don't say something that doesn't work when you haven't done your homework and know how many women are truly being helped. I know it doesn't help everybody, and I know there's times when treatments go bad, but that's with any treatment, any treatment. I've had surgeries. As I mentioned, I had surgeries and it didn't go great with my hysterectomy. I had a broken neck. Everything with my broken neck didn't go well. I've had both my breasts removed. Everything with that didn't go perfectly well. But I'll tell you what, I learned how to take care of myself. And I will tell you, most of it didn't come from a doctor saying, by the way, go here and they can do this for you. I didn't even get offered any type of rehabilitation or anything after my breasts were removed. And let me tell you, what you can do to help yourself with that. There's so many movements at home you can do. There's so much massaging you can do, but nobody offered that to me. So I know my message kind of sounds heated today, but right now, while I've got the courage, and this is heavy in my heart, because what I do for a living is so important to me that I don't want women being who I am and what happened to me. I want them not to be afraid to get out there and speak up for, please don't take away treatments that are helping me. I know for myself, I speak to women every day on pelvic floor dysfunction, and I know I do methods that are completely different than the physical therapy world, which I get beat up on an everyday basis just because it's different. But my clients will tell you it works. So if I have touched anybody today in kind of my heatedness and my passion, God bless you, and go talk to your doctors, find the right treatments, get help. They're out there. I cannot tell you how many physicians want to make a difference for you, how many people like me that are not a physician, but know how to get you in the right place, know and who have methods that are out there that work. And the majority of what I do, it's behavioral. There's not... Literally learning how to drink your fluids better, learning how to go to the bathroom and not bear down, or learning that you need to change your posture. Come on, people. These are normal, everyday things. There's help. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.